Hey, welcome. So today, we're jumping into a really cool framework for making changes in your life that actually stick. We're talking about a structured, powerful way to grow, and it's all based on the ideas in the book, The 90-Day Transformation.
I mean, you've been there, right? You get this spark, this huge desire to reinvent your health or your career or just your life. But the goal feels so massive, so far away that you just freeze. You get stuck. And it's not because you don't want it enough, it's because you have no idea where to even begin.
Well, that feeling of being completely stuck, it actually has a name. The source material for this calls it the transformation trap, and it's that giant canyon between wanting to change and actually doing something about it day in and day out. And here's the thing you have to understand. The problem isn't your ambition. It's how you're looking at it. We imagine this gigantic mountain we have to climb, and our brain honestly just short circuits. It says, no way, that's too much. And the result? We end up doing nothing, just waiting around for some perfect moment of motivation that, let's be real, never shows up. But what if there was a smarter way to do this? What if the key to getting unstuck wasn't about finding more motivation, but about choosing a better time frame? 90. 90 days, that's it. 3 months. This right here is the magic number, the sweet spot that this whole framework is built around. You see, it's the perfect window of time to make real, profound change happen without getting totally overwhelmed and giving up. And you know, this isn't just a random number. There's actual science here. Behavioral studies show that it takes somewhere between 60 and 90 days for a new behavior to become automatic. During that time, your brain is literally rewiring itself. It's building and strengthening the neural pathways for that new habit until it becomes just as natural as brushing your teeth. Just think about the psychology of this for a second. A vague, long-term goal like, I want to get in shape, it feels huge and far away. But a focused 90-day sprint like, I'm going to work out 3 times a week for the next 90 days, that creates a sense of urgency. It gives you clear, measurable wins every single week, which creates this amazing feedback loop in your brain that keeps you motivated and wanting more. So how do we actually pull this off? Well, the whole system rests on 2 main pillars, and the first one is all about the internal work. It starts with mastering your mindset. This part is so crucial. You could have the most perfect, detailed plan in the world, but if your deep down beliefs are fighting against you, none of those new habits are ever gonna last. Every single external change, whether it's with your health, your money, anything, it always starts with an internal shift in your thinking. And really, it comes down to the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset tells you, this is just how I am. It sees failure as a final verdict on your ability. But a growth mindset, it says, I can learn and improve. It sees failure as data, just feedback on what to try next. You have to embrace this growth mindset, because guess what? Over 90 days, you're absolutely going to hit some bumps, and your mindset is what will decide if those bumps become roadblocks or stepping stones. Okay, so once you've got your mind ready for growth, we can move on to the second pillar. This is where we build the external stuff, the structures you need to succeed. It's time to design your system. I absolutely love this quote from the source material because it's just so true. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your system. See, trying to rely on willpower alone is a recipe for disaster. But a good system makes doing the right thing the easiest thing. It basically sets you up to win by default. So what does the system actually look like? It's really just a simple 4-part blueprint. You start big with your one clear result for the next 90 days. Then you just break it down. What are your monthly milestones? What are your weekly actions? And finally, what are the daily habits that make all of that possible? This is how you take a scary, massive goal and turn it into something you just do every day. And one of the best little tricks for building those daily habits is something called habit stacking. The idea is brilliant in its simplicity. You just take a new habit you want to create and you stack it on top of a habit you already have, one that you do without even thinking. For example, you probably make a coffee every morning, right? That's automatic. So you just stack your new habit, reviewing your goals for the day, right on top of it. After I pour my coffee, I will review my goals. Or after I brush my teeth, I'll read 1 page of a book. You see, you're just linking the new thing to an old automatic trigger. It basically removes all the friction. Okay, so we have our mindset. We have our system. Now let's put it all together and figure out the one clear, actionable thing you can do to get started, like right now. This is it. This is your starting line. First, write down your #1 goal for the next 90 days. Be specific. Next, and this is huge, figure out your why. What's the real emotional reason you want this? Then pick 3 small habits to start, and just as important, pick 1 bad habit to stop. Finally, promise yourself you'll review your progress once a week. That's it. This small act of commitment is what flips the switch and gets the whole engine started. And really, that's what this all comes down to. The next 90 days are going to pass no matter what. You can be intentional with them or not. They are a powerful, finite window of opportunity to build a new you, one tiny habit at a time. So the only question left to ask yourself is, who are you going to become?